I tutored Adam, a low-income student, and his grades improved, but his mother immediately fired me. Miss Lily, my child has been taking lessons for so long and still hasn't gotten first place. This shows your teaching skills are inadequate, she said, and you charge so much. I see Jessica only asks for $6 a day. How dare you make money off us poor people? The Jessica she mentioned is my roommate, who has never gotten along with me. Jessica is willing to tutor at such a low price only to win the school's top 10 outstanding students award. Adam's mother eagerly drove me away, not knowing that once Jessica's dream of winning the award shatters, she won't care about them anymore. I'd like to see if Adam can get into high school without my tailored study plan. Lily, you don't need to come to our house anymore. We can't afford such a big shot like you. After finishing this week's review with Adam, I was exhausted. As soon as I squeezed onto the subway after leaving his house, I received these messages from Mrs. Wilson, Adam's mom. I almost thought I had misread it. I rubbed my eyes and read it carefully again. No mistake, Mrs. Wilson had unilaterally fired me. Why? I was utterly confused. Since I started tutoring Adam, I had broken down the knowledge points and spoon-fed them to him, helping him sort out concepts he didn't understand before, cultivating good study habits, and tailoring a study plan for him. Adam's grades had improved significantly. Previously, he was at the bottom of his class, but in the recent monthly exam, he had leaped to 9th place. Today, when I saw his report card, I was genuinely happy for Adam. But his mom had been frowning the whole time, apparently having already decided to fire me. Why, Mrs. Wilson? You should at least give me a reason, I asked, not understanding. I had been diligent and conscientious, and Adam's progress was evident. Moreover, I knew their family was struggling financially, so my fee was already very low, only charging $10 for a whole day of tutoring. Before each tutoring session, I would spend a lot of time preparing exercises and content, just to truly help Adam improve. I knew that in such an impoverished family, education was the only way out. So I did my best, wanting to help Adam change his life. You have the nerve to ask? You're not serious in your teaching. What's with all this heart-to-heart talk with Adam? Isn't that just wasting lesson time? And my Adam is so smart, but he still hasn't gotten first in his grade. Are you not teaching wholeheartedly? Are you afraid that if Adam gets first in the school, we won't need you anymore? And your price is so expensive. Others only charge $6 a day. How dare you make money off us poor people? I thought you were the cheapest before, but it turns out you're still profiting. College students are so scheming. I'm telling you, people like you with bad intentions will face karma. I only sent one question, but Mrs. Wilson bombarded me with several 60-second voice messages. Like a floodgate opening, her tone was very hostile. I could almost imagine her furrowed brows and angry glare. I hadn't done anything wrong, but now I was being misunderstood and even having the results of my teaching denied. During the time I tutored Adam, I would buy some milk and fruit to bring over every time I went to his house. It was because he was from a single-parent family, living in poverty, and always looked thin and malnourished. Teacher, I don't want these. I'm just happy you're tutoring me. Adam would refuse, pushing the food away. Your money doesn't grow on trees either. It's okay, teacher has enough money. Take these to supplement your nutrition. You're at a critical stage of growth, I would say. I felt warm inside, feeling that all my efforts were meaningful. I was proud that I could help a good kid. Although Mrs. Wilson often dragged her feet on paying the tutoring fee, I didn't rush to ask for it. After all, for me, this was preparation for becoming a formal teacher after college graduation, and it was also my initiative to help someone in need. I never expected that now I would be used and discarded, directly fired. Every child has their limit. Adam and I both tried our best in this exam. During the learning process, psychological counseling and encouragement are necessary. This isn't so-called wasting time. Adam's improvement over this period is evident. Saying I'm not serious in my teaching is simply slander. And about the price, I dare say no teacher charges less than me for tutoring. I even bring milk and fruit for Adam every time. The tutoring fee isn't even enough to cover that. How am I making money off you? My hands were shaking with anger as I typed. This was blatant slander. I couldn't let Mrs. Wilson casually smear me like this. I argued based on reason, but I didn't expect Mrs. Wilson to hit me with a bombshell. You're still denying it? Adam said you don't teach during lessons. Can a child lie? At this point, I was stunned. My first reaction was that Mrs. Wilson was making it up. In my eyes, Adam was a good kid who was poor but ambitious. He studied hard, wanting to change his fate. He was also very respectful to me, always politely calling me Miss Lily whenever I came to tutored. He wasn't one to just take without giving back. Every time I brought him milk and fruit, he would blush and refuse, even washing them clean and insisting I eat some too. Adam and I got along very well. Otherwise, given how often Mrs. Wilson delayed paying the tutoring fee, I wouldn't have stayed on. Or you could say, the reason I persisted in tutoring him all this time was entirely for Adam's sake. Don't use the child as an excuse. I want to talk to Adam. I replied to Mrs. Wilson like this, and the next second, a video call came through from the other side. Adam's face appeared on the screen. Adam, is what your mom said true? I asked. Do you think I'm not teaching seriously and just wasting time? Even at this moment, I believed Mrs. Wilson was making things up. I couldn't believe this would be Adam's thoughts, but to my surprise, Adam nodded. I said it. There's no point in holding back anymore, he said. I only ranked 9th in the class this time. My desk mate also has a tutor, so how come he can get first place? My grades are improving so slowly. You must not be teaching wholeheartedly. The fact that I could go from the bottom to the top 10 in the class shows that my IQ is high, so it must be a problem with your teaching method. And your fee is so expensive, but the results are so poor. Luckily, I found someone cheaper now. Otherwise I would have been fooled by you and had to endure who knows how long. Adam's eyes were full of complaints and contempt, as if I were some unforgivable criminal. I couldn't believe it. Adam, what are you talking about? You know very well that every time I tutor you, I bring you good food, bread, milk, fruit. When have I ever missed a time? The things I buy already exceed $10, more than the daily tutoring fee. I'm practically paying to tutor you. How can you say this about me? Adam raised his eyelids slightly, very dismissive of what I said. Who's the fool in this world? If you were really losing money, would you be willing to teach me? You bring me milk and fruit just because you want to make money for my family for a long time. You want to see me every day, so you're nice to me and treat me well. You think I can't see through your tricks? Hearing him say this, my heart went completely cold. If Mrs. Wilson had misunderstood me, I could still tolerate it. But Adam's words completely pierced my heart. I tutored him without wanting anything in return. I just wanted to help him, because I had once suffered from poverty, and it was kind people who helped me successfully get into college. I know how important education is, and now that my family's situation has improved a lot, I wanted to pass on that kindness, but this is the questioning I faced. It turns out that the obedient and polite Adam from before was just enduring humiliation. It turns out that my kindness to him, in his eyes, was seen as a way to make money. My lips trembled with anger. The young man in front of me seemed so unfamiliar, I could hardly recognize him. Oh my, you just had to push it, came a familiar voice from the phone, mocking and arrogant. Just admit you're making dirty money. You had to confront Adam, and now look, you're the one who's embarrassed. You have no self-awareness at all. I couldn't mistake that voice. It was my roommate, Jessica. How could she be at Adam's house? I suddenly remembered that not long ago, Jessica had repeatedly asked me which family I was tutoring. What's there to be so secretive about? Just tell me. If there's one student in that neighborhood, there must be others who need tutoring. Let's go teach students together. Hey, how much do you charge per day for tutoring? Tell me for reference. I didn't want others to know about Adam's status as a low-income student, so I didn't answer, but unable to resist Jessica's persistent questioning, I only told her the neighborhood where Adam's family lived. There are indeed quite a few middle and elementary school students in this neighborhood. You can ask around if any other families need tutoring. Tutoring at Adam's house was by no means a lucrative job. It meant going out early and returning late every weekend, and not making a penny in the end. It was all out of the goodness of my heart, but Jessica kept asking about it with great interest. Just 2 days ago, she suddenly stopped asking. I had just thought things had quieted down, but I didn't expect she was waiting for me here. So the cheaper tutor you mentioned, who only charges $6 a day, is her? I asked directly. There was a moment of silence on the other end. Then Mrs. Wilson spoke up righteously. Yes, it's her. What about it? She's $4 cheaper than you. That's several meals for us.